Here we go at 12:07. We are live and local. It is Thursday, the 7th of October. I'm Austin Reed, coming to you from our Tower District studios inside the Mike Briggs building. Welcome to Central Valley Talk. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Austin Reed on Air. Our director captured this shot of the Tower District earlier this morning. Now, you can see it was kind of cloudy out there, but as we are cruising into the lunch hour now, sunshine is arriving. Winds are picking up a little bit, and thanks to that, I was looking at the forecast earlier this morning, and meteorologists say that hazy and that smoke, that just bad air is finally pushing away. And the weekend is coming up, so perfect timing for that. Hey, my first guest, by the way, we're going to be live and local until right around 5 o'clock tonight, so stay with us for, I think we've got like 14 guests lined up for you. My first guest is Baum, not via Zoom, but in person. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
It's weird interviewing you in person. You're always on Zoom.
Yeah, well, so. It was just a lot easier.
Yeah.
We can show you procedures from the clinic. So
I know, exactly. But you were in Fresno today. Now, Mani is based in Hanford. You are the co-owner or owner?
Co-owner.
Co-owner, right? Okay. Of Baum 5-Star Healthcare. You guys do a bunch of super cool things. Tell me a little bit, before we get into our big topic that we're going to discuss today, tell me about Baum 5-Star Healthcare.
Well, we do a little bit of everything. We are primary care, urgent care, workman's comp. We do aesthetics, weight loss programs, and IV infusions. So we wanted to be the one-stop shop for our patients.
How long have you guys been there?
For 2 years.
For 2 years now?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful facility. You guys do a lot. And I know that you've got some expansion coming too, right? As far as
hopefully, yes.
Hopefully. You've got one of the biggest things is this mobile healthcare van that you're going to have, which will go all around the valley. Tell us more about that.
Yes. Well, it's a mobile unit. It's in a big Sprinter van, and we just have to make sure we get everything in it. Get the procedure chair. We need to get a refrigerator. We're going to be driving around. We can do vaccines and procedures, do a little bit of triage. We can go to big business sites and do some health screenings also.
Tell me about some of the you can do like Botox fillers. Talk a little bit about those specialty things.
The aesthetics, yes. We do Botox fillers, also pedio threads. Pedio threads are surgical threads that actually can give you like a mini facelift without the downtime of a facelift. So there's really no downtime with that. You maybe feel sore for a couple of weeks, but people love it because their face just feels more refreshed and more pulled back, and it looks natural.
Some of the other aesthetics you do?
Also laser treatments. We have a laser machine that does laser facial genesis that kind of resurfaces the skin. We also do laser hair removal, and that machine can also get dark spots, or some people have these little hemangiomas. They look like little blood spots on their chest as we get older, and we can zap those right away too.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then also you've got the primary care.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
Who's the doctor that you work with?
Dr. Emmanuel Conanan. He's our medical director.
And what's his story?
He is Navy trained. He works at the Avenal State Prison. And then on Mondays he comes and sees patients and rounds. We also have patients in the nursing home. Wow. So we do a little bit of everything.
You do. All right. So here's what we're talking about today. This is super cool. You sent in a flyer about this. It's called the COVID. Here it is.
It's called the Regen-Cov.
COVID infusion?
No, it's a monoclonal antibodies.
Oh,
so if anyone is positive for COVID, within the first 10 days, if you know that you're positive and you have any comorbidities, as like asthma, any autoimmune disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, colitis, Crohn's disease, you're eligible to get this infusion that will help prevent you from getting sicker and end up in the hospital. So the hospitals were given this infusion. They were the first ones to get it, but now clinics can ask their health department to get it, and we just received it from our health department, and we can infuse these to our patients. So we have them in a separate area of our clinic.
Okay.
We put them on a cardiac monitor. So the infusion takes about 31 minutes, and then we watch them for another hour, and we check their vital signs every 15 minutes to make sure they have no adverse reactions. And people have been doing very well with it. Like the next day, they're like, "Thank you so much. I feel so much better."
This is like a game changer.
Yes, game changers, right. But we want to make sure everybody knows about it and that they need to contact, their local health department or just the local clinics to see if they offer it. And if they don't offer it at where you're at, just come to Baum 5-Star. We'll be more than happy to take you.
Definitely, even if you're in Madera or Merced, this is totally worth driving to Hanford for. I have so many friends, family members that have, dealt with COVID, and it's not fun.
No, it's not. And we want to make sure that, everyone knows that there's other resources out there for them so they don't have to go to the hospital. The hospital's meant for the very, very sick. But if you're sick but not too sick and they discharge you, and you still don't feel well, come to us. We give you this infusion. You will definitely feel a lot better.
And we're looking at your website now. This is the front area.
Yes, that's the lobby.
How long you're right outside downtown Hanford, right?
Yeah.
And you've been in that office for about 2 years now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is your first office. You've been there?
Yes. It's our first office.
Very good. Okay. So now here's a question. Do you work with insurance companies?
Yes,
for that?
we contract with most insurance companies. If it's not covered by your insurance, or if you don't have insurance, it's a $500 infusion, but that's still cheaper than going to the hospital or death.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's really have helped a lot of people. And we also do COVID testing. We do screenings, and then after people who are done with COVID, after their 10-day of isolation, they can come, and we have what we call the COVID protocol.
Okay.
And that helps just see if you have immunity. So we do blood work, checking your kidney, liver function, everything, checking your blood count, checking to see if you have the IgG, which is the immunity. And we do a chest X-ray to make sure there's no, scarring in the chest at all. We do an EKG to make sure that your heart is good. And we also do spirometry. We check your lung function test. So we know that we can test to see if you've had any damage.
Exactly. Oh, that's great. Learn more at baum5starhealthcare.com. Hours of operation.
Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon.
All right. And do you have more information about the COVID, what's it called, Regen-Cov?
The monoclonal antibodies,
Yeah.
yes. Just call us, and we will be more than happy to see if you qualify for it. Just give us, a good medical history, and we'll say, yes, you qualify for it, and we'll schedule you. And we schedule them in 2-hour increments just so we can clean the rooms and make sure that everyone's safe.
Very good. Thanks for coming to the Tower District.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. I'm Austin Reed. You're watching Central Valley Talk. Coming up next, we've got another guest, so stay with us. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.